as opposed to the 31st.
I don't think this is going to be a day one Let's Play. I imagine we're going to at least put a little bit of a few hours under our belts before we get to that game.
Well, again, remember, in America, it comes out in February.
It comes out in February? Oh, fuck.
It's Japan that it comes out in... I love the way when publishers always say that, oh, we're gonna have a near simultaneous release with this Japanese game. They said that Berserk was gonna come out fall 2016 in America. Gets delayed to February. Fate Extella, the Umbral Star Halation Moon Phase, whatever thingy, is going to come out in December in America. Gets delayed to January.
Jesus.
Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is totally going to come out in December. It gets delayed to January.
All the good games are coming out in January. Oh, at least we can play the Touhou games until then. And Bleach. Whatever.
Tales of Berseria coming January 21st.
God, what? Dude, why is all the good fucking games coming out in January?
I'm going to have to put in so many pre-orders.
Yeah, right?
Fucking Touhou Genso Wanderer, the double limited edition game, is coming out in February, on February 7th.
Wasn't August, like, really big for you in terms of pre-orders?
Oh, yeah. August had both Touhou games. It had Sengoku Boss Rostanda Yukimura Legend. I think I initially was planning on getting God Eater 2. There was Project Eva X. There was one or two other games, too, that I can't immediately remember offhand.
Yeah. You were telling me how crazy August is going to be. We're getting
August, September
drops in this area with nothing happening.
There's a lot of individual items rendered, though.
Yeah,
all the individual lights, all of the stands, all the background buildings.
PS4.
Dude, you'd be amazed the shit they can get framed up. You're gonna be amazed when we next time when we run the other Touhou game. You're gonna see some frame drops of legend.
Oh boy.
Not in major parts, but just on certain screens. It's beautiful.
This could be something to look forward to.
In the weirdest of places, too.
Huh. Full Tang hunting knife.
She gets some interesting weapons.
Yeah, I thought she gets a Damascus knife. That's pretty cool. What is this? Oh, hi.
Mokou!
Isn't she like a favorite character or something?
Yes, she is the best. I can't... If I delved into her full backstory, we'd be here for about 10 minutes. But the long and short of it is that she was once a noble. Not like an asshole noble, just like when she was a child, and she was a pretty wide-eyed little kid, and so that was great. And her father was trying to marry another noble, that being the villain of 8, Kaguya Horizon, the Moon Princess, who is also immortal for the record. The thing with Kaguya is that she's a pretty deceptive bitch, and so she's one of those cases where it's like all the guys are after her because she's the most beautiful woman in all the land. And so she's like, I'm not interested in getting married because all of you people are beneath me. She says it like that, but she's just not interested in getting married in general. So she's like, I'll marry anyone who can complete my 5 impossible tasks. What that basically comes down to is find these five mystical items. One of which, by the way, being the Red Stone of Asia.
Okay then.
The trick to it being is that she already has them and no one knows that. So basically, it's like it's impossible because you can't find something I already have. And so Mokou's father was pretty devious himself in that he's like, okay, I'll just create replicas of everything, of all of these items. And she busts him for that like immediately, and so he gets banished in disgrace. And rather than just going on and living his life, he commits seppuku out of disgrace. And so Mokou always believed that it was Kaguya's fault that her father died, basically saying that she indirectly killed him.
Well then,
I mean, I don't necessarily blame her for that.
Not really.
It's a wee bit misguided, but
Yeah.
But it gets better though. From after there, she pretty much gave up being a noble though, And at a later point in their story, because they're not actually from Gensokyo, they're actually Kaguya is from the moon, but they were both actually in Japan in the outside beforehand for a couple thousand years, because they're a wee bit old.
Yeah.
And so she was basically trying to.
Wow, this backstory really is taking 10 minutes. Holy fuck.
Yeah, so she was always trying to find her to get revenge on her and kill her. At a certain point, she found out that Kaguya was trading or selling the Horai elixir, the elixir of life that could make you give you perfect immortality. And by perfect immortality, I mean no aging, completely impervious to damage. Even after the heat death of the universe, you would still be alive forever. So that's going to be fun to work that out eventually. So she found that out, that she was selling some to the Emperor of Japan. And so Mokou intercepted and killed the transport guy. And drank the elixir and became an immortal herself.
Yeah.
And I'm dancing around this because I want to be able to explain this, because otherwise I'd kill her in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And in addition to being to having drinking the elixir, she's also, as you can see there with her spell sign, she's also possessed by the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So she has double immortality. What that basically means is that her immortality is actually stronger than Kaguya, because it means she can come back right away. Kaguya actually needs time to heal.
Yeah.
And so being immortal, that means that she's made a lot of people over time, made a lot of connections, and of course that also means that she's seen a lot of people die before her eyes, aging and otherwise. So she's seen a lot of people die in her time.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So for the most part, she does technically have a job of sorts, but she's for the most part a recluse. She actually lives in the forest, away from people. She only really has one friend, intentionally, and that's just because that person went out of her way to be kind to her. That's I forget what the fuck her last name is, but her first name is Kana. She's actually a teacher. She's a quote-unquote history-eating yokai. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's like I think the idea is supposed to be she's supposed to be like a record keeper or something.
She's clearly King Crimson.
Yeah, something like that.
So, how much longer on the backstory until we kill her?
Sorry, it's just again I want to detail my favorite character. But So she found and chased Kaguya into Gensokyo from the outside, and pretty much every time she sees her, they get into these fights where they kill each other repeatedly every time.
Yeah.
And
some spear shit right there.
Yeah. So at this point, she's pretty much resigned to the fact that she's never going to actually be happy about what happened, and I don't blame her. But she's still going to take the chance to kill Kaguya out of stress, pretty much any chance she gets.
Yeah.
And the weird thing though is that despite everything that's happened, how many people she's seen die, her father, etc., everything that's happened to her, she's actually still a really, really nice person. Because like most people would be a pretty hardened, jaded asshole. Like you imagine so, right?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
At the very least, very much wanting of their solitude. No, she's really friendly. At first, when you fight her as the final boss of the story, she at first thinks that you're an assassin that Kaguya sent to kill her, which basically is meaningless because why would she send someone else to kill an immortal?
Yeah, true.
And after that, she gets to talking to you, and she's actually really friendly before the fight starts, and she wants to become friends with you, the player character, no matter which of the four characters you are. Like, she is really one of the pre-fight dialogues with one of the teams is like you start talking about donuts. So yeah, she's amazing and adorable, and I love her. And she's so precious. She is precious cinnamon roll.
Yeah. I was not expecting a lengthy backstory like that for a Touhou character. This is rather impressive.
You can find a lot of those actually if you if you look even slightly deep. Some of you have to go expanded universe for. Some of it is actually plainly laid out in some of the games. I'm not a big fan of the Buddhist characters of Byakuren, but her story is something else though.
Huh.
I'm not going to delve too much into it because that would be another 10-minute story, but yeah, shit gets pretty ridiculous in some cases.
Yeah, it seems like it. Also, don't worry, I'm certain we'll have plenty of other games to really elaborate on these backstories.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, we're going to have a lot of time to ignore the story and talk about individual character stories in Touhou Genso Rondo, because that game is completely individual character arcade based.
Yeah. Nice.
The annoying thing about
this new attack.
The annoying part about these bits is that when the character's using the actual spell sign, they suck you in like a fucking vacuum. If you jump, you get pulled back in, and you can't avoid the attacks because of that because of your close proximity.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mokou is amazing and adorable, and I love her. She also has a pretty great theme. Immortal Smoke, Reach for the Moon.
Ha! Cool. It's a pretty sick name for a song, too.
Yeah.
Starting to get there.
Yeah, 8 is all... Damn it. 8 is all around probably... Yeah, I'm pretty much going to say that 8 is pretty much my favorite game. 10 is pretty close in terms of music and aesthetic, and I like most of the characters. A good 4/5 of the characters introduced in that game. The goddesses are pretty great. Sanae can suck a dick, but the other two are great, and I love Aya. Aya the Tengu was amazing. This is one of the other pretty hard bosses.
Yeah, at least we got the levels for this thing. Yeah, at least that move has a range limit for the most part.
Shit.
Oops.
Yeah, this one might take a little while.
Speaking of which, I've been debating if I want to ask for Ultimate Tenkaichi back, but I realized I think I'd rather kill myself than play that game. But then again, I have to do it at some point in the future. Did you die?
No, I beat her.
Oh.
Yeah, this game is pretty weird and on its... Wait, never... What the fuck?
Weird shit's happening.
What just happened?
I don't know. You respawned with, like, solo health.
What? Okay, I've never seen that glitch before. That's new.
That was fascinating.
The things you find during recordings.
Yeah, right? Some would call it the recording curse. I call it a blessing. Because there's some shit you'll be able to archive.
Glitches are a blessing. Fucking up is a curse.
Yeah.
Also, the motion blur is great in this game. You can catch... Because the ultimate attacks freeze time... freeze the game, you can get some pretty great stills.
Yeah.
Zoom! Shit.
Easy.
Shit. God damn it.
Damn.
Yeah. Also, a lot of the attacks tend to blindside you.
Yeah.
Like that.
There we go. I love the generic as hell eco sound effect they have for that.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sadly, you cannot climb off the stage and run away.
As funny as that'd be. Theoretically, you could probably throw out some knives when she's starting that up.
No, there. I think that's a full spell attack.
As in, she's completely invincible during it.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
There's also a slight range limit to your projectiles.
Okay. I guess that's okay because she has a range limit too. This might kill her.
Yes!
There we go.
Okay. Eesh. That Touhou difficulty setting in yet? I love
misunderstanding. Okay.
Oh no, it gets better. Mokou's dialogue is great because it's like because she's the first person in this game to actually have sense.
Yeah.
Because she knew about the monster that's going around terrorizing people, and she knows that all the symptoms are basically the same as what happened when Vermilia went evil and tried to take over with the red mist. And so she was the first one to make the logical connection, saying that she's going to kill the vampire because she's the one that's terrorizing everyone.
Yeah, I also want to drop the volume back to 4 or something. There we go.
So, you know, but it also goes to show that she's really smart, though, because she is the first one to make the logical connection.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what part of that loading thing he said, so I thought it said Patchoula's chamber of something. I thought it said her chamber of secrets.
It basically is, with a huge fucking library.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
I saw it like a month ago. Me and Taylor marathoning Harry Potter movies.
Oh god. That must have been one hell of a weekend.
No, we're not watching all of them at the same time. We're watching like maybe 1 or 2 a weekend. Now we're just tracking down copies of 6 and 7. Water!
Wee!
Hi, Phil.
Speaking of vampires...
Speaking of killing myself.
Oh god. Careful, he's in that group thingy.
He's not gonna watch this.
Is he? How many of the college people actually are subscribed to you?
Actually, a few.
So this is where, like I said, the platforming starts to get a little annoying.
There's a moving bridge right there. Oh, no, it's just ropes that are moving. Okay, cool. I'm not liking this camera, though.
That was me. But no, it gets worse later on. You got some pretty narrow jumps.
Yeah, I'm not liking the way the camera doesn't like portray how much depth you have before you reach the ropes.
Or give you a drop shadow.
Yeah, the drop shadow kind of like just disappears there.
Again, I love that the sign is completely in English.
Ha, right?
1700 hours is 5 p.m., isn't it?
Yeah.
We're only open 8 to 5.
Hey, that's not so bad. I've seen fucking post offices that are only open for like maybe 5 hours a day. I don't understand that.
There are some days where the bank and the post office are literally only open until noon.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And then wonder why they fucking call it snail mail. Oh, hi, Patchouli. What are we doing back here?
Sometimes it just auto warps us.
Huh. They get time stop, so yeah.
I remember reading this one really funny comic where it was about Sakuya, Marisa, and Yomu all trying to determine... Oh, and Aya. Trying to determine who was the fastest in all of Gensokyo.
Huh.
Because Marisa is actually known for her speed on that broom being something else. Aya is a Tengu, so she naturally has the flight speed advantage.
Yeah.
Sakuya has the whole time thingy.
Yeah.
And Yomu has the ability to trim a garden the size of your entire complex in a matter of seconds. So that was a fun comic, seeing them all race from one side of an area to another.
But only one of them has access to the world, so you know.
Your ability to time stop doesn't mean nothing if your reaction speed once time has returned is shit.
Doesn't matter if you can keep time stopped indefinitely, though. If you can complete a giant task in 7 seconds, that's cool, but someone else can do it in 0 seconds. Formalities aside, that's still pretty good.
We're going to the basement now.
Basement.
Which was literally right underneath Patchouli's desk. So literally, Patchouli had Remilia or Sakuya trapped down there just with their desk.
Okay. I'm not going to get into the ideas of potentially having a sex dungeon down there, but okay.